This is the beginning of the end. Wunmi and the total disintegration, just like how they said Mohbad's body has disintegrated. That's why they could not find. Well, that could be interpreted in two ways, but that's not what we want to dwell on. You're about to hear from Mohbad's father. What he said will blow your mind. I never knew this man had so much inside of him. So he was only waiting on the autopsy and toxicology before he opens his mouth. What he said here will shock you. You will realize that this world is full of wickedness. That is why it is important, pertinent that you don't keep quiet whenever you spot or you know or you yourself, you're experiencing any of these things that happened to Mohbad before his demise. A lot of things worked against Mohbad from the day that he was born, all through the journey, from the separation of father and mother till today. This demise of Mohbad should not just be something that you show empathy to, but also a big, huge lesson. You have to look inwards. You have to look at your life. It might not be the same thing, but related. This justice for Mohbad, we will not stop until we get to the end of it. Why? Because I've sort of started observing something recently. For like 2-3 years, I've started seeing a pattern. If you do what we do, you will have access to a lot of information, tons of information, and slowly you begin to see a pattern. There is something about all of these events in different parts of the world that is happening for us to see where this world is heading into. And it's also a lesson, a big, huge lesson for us all to learn from. Still on justice for Mohbad. You're about to hear from Mohbad's father. Like I said, what this man said, what he said is too deep. This is explosive. It will blow your mind.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo wọn pátápátá. Ọlọ́run lò wọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí irinṣẹ́ láti rí ìdí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni. Èmi ìkúkú mọ nǹkan kan tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. Ṣé tí àbádé corona ṣé màá mọ̀ pé placenta tán gbé fún mi jọ sí pé ẹni tó ní ọmọ náà gbé fún? Ṣé màá mọ̀? Mi ò ní mọ̀. Tọ́n bá assume báwo ni mo ṣe fẹ́ dúró ní dúró pé kán ṣe DNA. Ẹ gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu ìyá Mohbad ni. Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan ló bí ọmọ ẹ̀ ńkọ́, tó bá sọ pé nǹkan ló bí ọmọ ẹ̀ ńkọ́. Àdàbí tí ò bá ṣe mi kọ́ mo bí. Àdàbí tí ò bá ṣe mi kọ́ náà fi ìran ẹ̀wọ̀n. Tí mo dẹ̀ ń gbìyànjú kí ìran yẹn kó lè ṣe. Gbogbo tí wọ́n ní kálukú ṣe, tán lè pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe ibi, tán lè pé wọ́n fẹ́ gbọ́n fẹ́fẹ́ nínú ìwà ẹbí wọn, Ọlọ́run padà sọ di ire ni. Tó bá yẹ pé ó wà bẹ́ẹ̀, tó bẹ́rì bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, irú ọmọ ìbá ti ta jù ní àwọn tó fẹ́ parọ́ ni o. Irú ọmọ bá ti ta pé tó bá sọ pé nǹkan ló bí. That means tó bá fi mí ṣe àyẹ̀wò ẹ̀jẹ̀ gan, wọ́n lè sọ pé ṣé mi gan mo bí, wọ́n á da gbogbo ẹ̀rù, ṣùgbọ́n bọ́dì ló wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Ẹ wo bọ́ Ọlọ́run ṣe bí ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ kò sẹ́ni tó yé, ó fi òpè dààmú ọlọ́gbọ́n. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Naira Marley tó jẹ́ ọ̀gá ẹ̀. Tó bá sọ pé kí ló ṣẹ̀rù bọ́mọ yìí tí tó fi kú, Naira Marley jẹ́ kan. Torí kò sígbà tó fẹ́ lọ sí show, ìbẹ̀rù bojo ló ń bá lọ. Tí mi bá tiẹ̀ wá rí gbogbo eléyìí tó ṣẹlẹ̀, ìkan ṣe ojú mi. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ eléyìí tó ṣe ojú mi nínú ẹ̀. Mo dọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ńjọ́ yẹn, báwo ni o? Ó ní àwọn tí mánéjà àwọn ń sọ̀rọ̀. Ó dẹ̀ lọ, kò pé 30 minutes. Ìkan nínú àwọn tán jọ lọ ló sáré wá bá mi lé pé wọ́n ti ń na ọmọ yín o, wọ́n ti ń na ọmọ yín o. Ń bá sáré. Ìgbà máa fi dé street yẹn, mo pàdé ọmọ mi. Gbogbo ara ẹ̀ ti bó, wọ́n ní jáde ẹja padà sílé. Jẹ́ ń dọ́dọ̀ ọ̀gá ní kí n má lọ. Mo dẹ̀ ti wà lẹ́nu gate. Tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ rán yàn lé mania, èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ yọjú síbẹ̀. Ajá tó wà ń bẹ̀ bá padà. Gbogbo bí wọ́n ṣe wọ́n ṣe nà án, wọ́n ṣe fìyà jẹ. Nínú ìsọ̀rọ̀ sí Naira Marley àti mọ̀ pé lóòótọ́ ó pẹ̀lú àwọn tó fìyà jẹ ọmọ yìí. Tí bá fi hàn béèrè tán béèrè, ẹ má tilẹ̀kùn máa já yẹn, ẹ má tán máa já yẹn. wọ́n ń wírú ìrù ló ń wí pé àwọn kan wá ó yẹ kán na wèrè orí ẹ̀ kúrò ẹ̀yin náà wo statement tó ń jáde Naira Marley wà nínú àwọn tó ṣẹ̀rù bọ ọmọ yẹn tí tóbi dójú kú ká tó wá sọ Sam Larry ó ń ṣe show ẹ̀yin náà rí inú fíìmù náà ìrọ̀ bọ̀wọ́ kò lè kúrò ń bí ó ní wọ́n sọ pé ọba ló rán wọn wá. Ẹ wò ṣé pé àṣẹ ọba náà fi wá jíṣẹ́ náà ó dẹ̀ kọ́ sínú petition yẹn ó kó oṣù méjì àbọ̀ tó máa kú. So ẹ wà àwọn tó ń ṣẹ̀rù bá ìgbà míì gan tó bá fẹ́ jáde gan ti bẹ̀rù ó nù lè lọ sí airport tó ń bá tiẹ̀ di airport ó sì àmọ́ bóyá máa set ìbẹ̀rù bójó ló fi lo ìyókù ayé ẹ̀. Àwọn nǹkan tí mo wá lè sọ pé ó ṣe ní àkókò yẹn torí bóyá sọ fún mi tí ọmọ bá nílé tí ò bá níta ó yẹ kó nílé ìta ló wà níbi tó wà Ìkòròdú ló dẹ̀ kíra ẹ mọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ mi padà wá sílé ó ní ọba rán àwọn kan wá àwa náà lọ́ba ń Kòròdú jẹ́ ká gba ọ̀dọ̀ ọba náà ká wá sọ pé ká wá pọ̀ ọba tòun pé ẹjọ́ o ọmọ tí wá ń bí o wọ́n ní ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ ń ṣẹ̀rù bá o ohun tí mo ní sọ́kàn nìyẹn láti sọ fọmọ yẹn ó dẹ̀ ní òkè òun bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ mi kí ọmọ tó dé mo ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ aláṣẹ ìlú tàwa yìí ọmọ mi fẹ́ wá o afẹ́dọ́dọ̀ kábíyèsí Ìkòròdú aláṣẹ tó ń sọ fún mi wípé kí n dé ọ̀dọ̀ baálẹ̀ o òun ò lè mú mi gbẹ̀yìn lọ torí pé kò sí bí mo ṣe máa dọ̀hùn ẹni tí ó jẹ́ adarí lókè lẹ́tùn bí tí bá dẹ̀ máa lọ ẹnu òfin ìlú yànmùyànmù wọn dẹ̀ kí n fa orí lẹ́yìn olórí ọmọ tá a fẹ́ fa orí ẹ̀ kò sí ń bẹ̀ báwo la ṣe fẹ́ fa orí ẹ̀ ó dáa o jẹ́ ká fi appointment o ìjọ ló máa wá ok ìjọba ìlú máa wá mo dúró díẹ̀ o ká wá gbé ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn láti ọ̀dọ̀ aláṣẹ sí ọ̀dọ̀ baálẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ baálẹ̀ lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ ọba mo wá ń retí ọmọ mi ó náà ń bọ̀ ìjọ tó máa dé ráìsì àtẹ̀wà ló gbé dání ó wà lọ ń pín fíìdì àwọn abẹ́ sí ń pariwo ọmọ àlọ́mọ yín wà ń fíìdì ọmọ àlọ́mọ yín wà ń fíìdì ó ń pín fún gbogbo àwọn aláìní wọ́n fún wọn lówó bó ṣe ń fún wọn ní rice ló ń fún wọn lówó àwọn tó wá bá mi bí pé ọmọ mi máa wà ń bì kan mo ṣàmì pé ilé ló ń bọ̀ nígbà tó máa kúrò ń bẹ̀ kò gun mọ́tò ẹsẹ̀ ló fi rìn délé èrò tó kó lẹ́yìn ó lé mílíọ̀nù wọ́n fẹ́ wá bá kí mi wọ́n tẹ̀lé wọ́n fi wá kí mi nínú ilé so bó ṣe wá fẹ́ wá kí mi nínú ilé èrò tó tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn ti pọ̀ bọ́ọ̀lù àyè fẹ́ dọ́dọ̀ aláṣẹ bọ́ọ̀lù àyè fẹ́ dọ́dọ̀ baálẹ̀ báwo la ṣe fẹ́ dé ibi tá à ń lọ ok jẹ́ ká tiẹ̀ gbéra ṣe rí ó dàbí pé ó lè ń jà ní nígbà tó dé ibì kan pé ká tiẹ̀ tọ́nu wọ́n tún pe ọkùnrin kan ní big cat ká tiẹ̀ yà lọ́dọ̀ ẹ pé a fẹ́ máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ a lè débẹ̀ torí crowd ti pọ̀ jù àwa ní ok jẹ́ ká fìtì ọjọ́ mi bí a ṣe rí níyẹn ṣe ni torí ní ọjọ́ tí ọmọ yẹn kú ìyá ọmọ yẹn ló pè mí pé wọ́n nára ọmọ mi ò yá o ṣùgbọ́n ní sísọ̀rọ̀ sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti ń di lé wọ́n nára ọmọ yẹn ò yá o kí n bá wọn ní mi ì lè máa béèrè pé kí ló lè tí wọ́n nára ọmọ ò yá ọmọ tá a ṣì rí ní ìjẹta ok jẹ́ ká pàdé bus stop ká lọ sí ibi tó ń gbé mo dé bus stop mo ti bá òun àti ẹbí ìyàwó wọn ti ẹ̀ wo ibi tí mo wà kì í ṣe àwọn tó pè mí nìyí bá tẹ̀lé wọn tí wọ́n ti wà lórí omi kí èmi tó ṣẹ̀ wá sanwó orí ọ̀fẹ́ pé ó ìkó ẹnìkan ni mo fi bá wọn lórí omi bá jọ ìwọ̀n àwa jọ ń lọ òun ló receive call níbo lẹ́wà ká bọ́lẹ̀ níbi báyìí o ọ̀ṣàpá London láti máa bọ́lẹ̀ láti bọ́lẹ̀ lọ́ṣàpá London wọ́n bọ̀ wá mú wa o mò ń gbọ́ conversation yẹn láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ nígbà tá a wá dé ọ̀ṣàpá London wọ́n sọ pé mọ́mí ẹ̀ padà sílé ó ti ń response treatment náà ó ti ń ara ẹ̀ ti ń balẹ̀ náà bí mo ṣe ń gbọ́rọ̀ yẹn mo wá rò pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bá gba fóònù ọwọ́ ẹ̀ hello dádì ẹ wà ń bẹ̀ ara ẹ̀ ti balẹ̀ sìn ara ẹ̀ ti yá sìn ẹ padà sílé so ẹ̀yin dàrósà pa bá yọ fóònù yẹn kúrò lẹ́nu pé ìyá Mohbad ọmọ yẹn ti kú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni torí ìpè tí wọ́n ń pè tẹ́ ẹ̀mọ́ kan sọ pé ọ̀nà rẹ̀ kìíní o ọ̀ ń sọ inú sí yẹn o wọn ti ṣe kìíní o kìíní kan ni mò ń gbọ́ conversation yẹn ti ìbẹ̀rù tóun náà ṣe ń dá wọn lóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá a sọ pé kò sí nǹkan kan mọ́ ṣé ń sìn ó sì receive call kò tí ì pé 5 minutes ká tó débi tá a dé yìí pé ààrẹ ti ẹ padà sílé bọ́sì ọmọ pé ṣé n tí ọmọ yìí ní kọ́ ló pa yìí àbágbéra ó di ilé tó ń gbé ìgbà tó máa fi délé tó ń gbé aago 7 ni mo gbọ́njọ́ yẹn o alẹ́ ilẹ̀ tí ń ṣú nígbà tó máa fi dé inú ilé ẹ̀ bí ó dọ̀pù ṣe pọ̀ tó ó ti ń di tó 10 lálẹ́ ó ti tó 10 ló ti more than 100 ibi wọ́n ti géètì ni pé ẹ ní wọlé wọ́n ti géètì wọ́n ti ẹnu ọ̀nà bá sọ fẹ́ni tó wà ní géètì mo fẹ́ wọlé kí sì mú gbà wọlé ibi tí èmi àtọmọ yẹn torí pé ó sì ń dàbí wà pé àbí mo ti wà nínú ayé mi ni mo gba kíṣìn wọlé ibi tá a ti máa ń pàdé bíi pé kó pàdé mi bá wo inú yàrá mi bá rí dúbè tó di Kampala pẹ̀lẹ́jẹ̀ iye mi ti ra dáàdì ẹ má bọ̀ ẹ wá wò bí nígbà tí máa bọ́lẹ̀ lórí staircase wọ́n á rí tán tẹ̀ kó ìgbàlajà sí wọ́n ti gbéyọ̀ sí láyà wọ́n ti ẹ̀ ń bá àmọ́ ẹ̀ sáà orí mi kọ́kọ́ tí màá ní kí n bọ́lẹ̀ mo wá bọ́ síta torí mo ti bá yàwó ẹ̀ tó ń sunkún ta tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ mo bọ́ síta kí ló ṣe ọkọ ẹ onídàádì ẹ máa gbé lọ sékìtì ẹ lọ ro ní o pásítọ̀ lèmi mi ò mọ bọ́n ṣe ń ròyàn sọdẹ́lẹ̀ bí mo ṣe rí lọ́ọ̀yà ni lọ́ọ̀yà ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí kí lè rí pé a lè ṣe ǹjẹ́ ẹ rí traces torí ọmọ yìí sọ fún mi nígbà tí òun dé pé wọ́n tún ra 2 plot of land sí ẹlẹ́pẹ̀ ń bí yí pé ǹjẹ́ ẹ ní address ibẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ó ní wọ́n test òun wọ́n forúkọ Liam rà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lọ́mọ yẹn ṣe sọ fún mi kó tó kú pé orúkọ Liam náà fi ra 2 plot yẹn o torí mi mọ ibi tí wọ́n lè gbé lọ because ibi tí ó ní a plot sí ó jìnnà ní alẹ́ ọjọ́ yẹn mo ti ń wo bí tí a máa gbé nígbà tí wọ́n ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí Yorùbá òkú ọ̀fọ̀ ni wọ́n ní ajọ́ abárí bí ni bí ń wọlé bí representative Davido ṣe ní ara oníkan fún ní 2 million mi ò lè gba 2 million ẹ pé pa wọ́n ní ṣé kí n ẹ ṣe fún wọ́n bá sẹ̀ǹdẹ̀ sí pa ṣé bí mo ti mọ̀ pé nǹkan wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ yẹn bá pé ambulance mi ò kú mo bọ́ ṣe ń pè òru yẹn náà ló pe ambulance ó lè pe ambulance tó ń pè àwọn ní fine mọ́tò yẹn ni wọ́n tún gbé dókítà dání wọ́n test ẹ̀ lójú mi bẹ̀ wọ́n rí pé ó ti kú wọ́n bá gbé sínú ambulance ó yá ẹgbẹ́ mi lọ sí police station àlejò ni mí bí police station mi tán gbé mi lọ tán mọ̀ náà gbé mi lọ ó dẹ̀ gbé mi débẹ̀ ká ṣe statement of ká ṣe statement dáa kan lè fún wa ní police report àti kọ̀wé àti ṣàtúnṣe mo ti sign bí ọ̀gá kan ṣe wá láti ọ́fíìsì kan nìyẹn pé they should not give me that police report ẹ jọ sá kí ni mo ṣe ó ní when this thing happen when the event happen where did you report to I wasn't there I'm a newcomer here I'm a stranger gbogbo òyìnbó tí mo ṣe à ń sọ ó ní no fún ọ lè fún mi a dẹ̀ ti waste like 3 hours tí òjò ń pa wá ń bẹ̀. tíyàn bá ti ṣe ìyàwó fẹ́ bíbélì sọ pé ó sàn láti gbé inú aginjù pẹ̀lú obìnrin oníjà nínú ilé kò yé tí ẹ bá ti ṣe ìyàwó fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ṣe ẹsẹ̀ gbé ni àti ṣe correction yẹn àti wá ṣe ìyàwó fẹ́ tó wá dàbí pé kéèyàn ṣe àná ní gbogbo tí Mohbad ní wọ́n pín káàkiri ẹbí wọn mo ṣe bíi pé mi ò rí kí n lè jèrè ọmọ yẹn níkẹyìn ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tí wọ́n yanjú ẹ̀. ẹ̀kọ́ pọ̀ mo wá ń fi gbogbo àkókò yìí sọ fún gbogbo èèyàn pé ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró ní ìdúró òtítọ́. Idà olójú méjì lọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad o. Ọlọ́run fẹ́ fi kọ́ ayé ní ọgbọ́n kan wípé tó bá ṣe èrè wàá bá ń bẹ̀ o, tó bá sì ṣe ìdàkejì kò sí bí ẹni yẹn ṣe ga tó ọ̀run máa mú wálẹ̀. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ kú Mohbad kò síbi tí ò kàn nílé lóko, oníkálùkù kó mú tiẹ̀ ni, ṣùgbọ́n tó bá dúró sí ìdí òtítọ́, òtítọ́ ẹ̀ máa padà tọ́ ẹ o. Tó bá dẹ̀ dúró sí di pé tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ téèyàn ò bá mọ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ bẹ̀t orí òtítọ́ ńlẹ̀ báyìí òun gba inú igbó lọ. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé òun fẹ́ fààyàn wọgbó ṣe pé fúnra ẹ̀ ló máa fẹ̀yìn wọgbó á wọgbó lọ tí ò ní jáde mọ́. So ẹ̀kọ́ pọ̀ fọ́mọdé lágbà. Ọmọ yẹn ò fi mí sílẹ̀ o, ó rán ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ padà. Òun ló ń fún mi ní boldness láti lè máa sọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo ohun tó fẹ́ ṣe, mo ti sọ ṣáájú, gbogbo ohun tó fẹ́ ṣe ó lọ rán àwọn èèyàn, ó lọ rán wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ṣe fún bàbá mi bí tí ẹ̀rù ẹ̀ ti bà mí nìyẹn. Ẹ̀kọ́ pọ̀ lóríṣiríṣi bó ní kálukú bá ṣe yé ní kálukú ní kókò mú tiẹ̀ kó má kọ̀ gbọ́ lásán, má kọ̀ gbọ́ lásán pé kọ̀ gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ lásán. Ẹ̀yin náà wo orin tó ń jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀, irú ọmọ tó jẹ́ ló jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ṣe fi ń kọ́ àwa yòókù kí irú nǹkan báyìí má máa tún tẹ̀síwájú ni a gbọ́dọ̀ rí ibi tí kinní ti ṣàn wá. Sà, ó jẹ́ ẹ̀dùn ọkàn fún mi pé delay tá à ń rí yìí ó lè resort sí denial lórí àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ àti òye tí èmi rí. Èyí náà ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ èmi ó yẹ ibi tí ó yẹ ká wà ọ̀tọ̀. So delay tá à ń rí yìí ó ń fún mi ní ó ń dùn mí odidi oṣù mẹ́jọ àti ìrí kankan gbámú báyìí pé tracy sì rèé.
A lot of things, if we are to pay attention to it, you will understand that there is a pattern in all that happened to Mohbad. Apart from his home having crises and issues that maybe might be happening to you too, maybe it's something that you have experienced in life. Also, the system happened to Mohbad. I don't want to say Nigeria happened to Mohbad. The system happened to Mohbad. We have given too much attention to spiritual. Yes, this is the spiritual controls the physical. Till today, Africa has not been able to get it with there so much focus on how the spiritual is controlling the physical. It has given the spiritual too much assets. And you know, spiritual cannot be proved. You cannot prove anything spiritually. It cannot be proven at all. You cannot say, oh, something happened to me is spiritual, and then I want to take these spiritual people or these persons that I suspect or that I saw that is visible to me to court. You don't have evidence. And what you don't have evidence is not tangible. And we live in this world where it has to do with tangible things, things that you can connect, not some vague, opaque thing. No, not at all. Why am I saying this? It's because of the narrative that Mohbad's mother put forward, claiming that Adura told her that this prime boy had this on him, blah, blah, blah. Why am I saying this again? They came up with this narrative that prime boy works for Sam Larry, in fact, the Malian in general. How does it connect? How does it connect? I know that the heart of human beings can be that deceptive. Now, Mohbad's father talked about the bullying, how Naira Marley, and you know, this is bound to happen. These guys lived together. If they did not live together. If it were like everyone is from his own base, his own house, and if they had gotten to that point, not that Naira Marley will have a house and everyone has a room there, and from there you go to the show. It was easier for him. Like, I'm going to buy a property, and I will have my signee in that house. They will eat, they will feed, and we'll all live there together as the Malian. Maybe that's where he lives too. I don't know. He has his own house somewhere different. I don't really know. So I watched this video where Naira Marley said, "What are you guys expecting? Are you saying that I should not he should be allowed to beat other people, bite people, acting crazy, talking that way? You know, it's a rugged place. It's not a place for the weak. Everyone is trying to act like they are strong. They are from the trenches. They are rugged. They know this. They know that. You know, that's the kind of life that Mohbad got entangled with in a bid to succeed in life. It is not for the weak. Unless you have some, things working for you. Malian, what do you expect? What do you expect to be signed to the Malian? Maybe if it were a different record label, maybe someone else had found him, maybe. But at that time, at that moment, it was as if Naira Marley was in that age range and Naira Marley was doing the thing, the fraud thing, going to EFCC and all of that made him appealing to a lot of youngsters back then. So Naira Marley appeared to be, at least we've not heard. I'm not saying terrible things are not happening. There are wicked, evil, diabolic things that are happening with all of these guys that have their record labels, singing this and that. They do terrible things. When I say they do terrible things, just believe me that they do terrible things. Different spiritualists that they visit. They do. Like, they really do. I'm not joking here. So, let us say if it were Don Jazzy. At least we've not heard that Don Jazzy, they now beat some people. I don't know. But we've not heard any of this. But Naira Marley, Malians, you know the orientation of these guys. You know their OT. You know what they say. Mannerless children, all of that. That's what they call themselves. No manners. And they don't have manners. That they are like rebellious. That is the image that they wish to portray. That's the image that they wish to portray all over social media. This appeals to a lot of people. So if talks about fight, Mohbad is trying to fight people, they are trying to fight him. Of course, if you listen to Mohbad sing and his lyric and everything, apart from Naira Marley having his own talent and he can put out content here and there, who else in that so-called Malian whatever can perform like Mohbad? None. So jealousy. Is this Zelensky that is singing with one tune without? He's not versatile. He's just there. Why was he signed? I don't know. It is his business. At times he's looking sick. At times because they abuse alcohol. They are like, it's a terrible world. It's a terrible world. So Mohbad was having problem, difficulty. He knows what he has. He knows who he is. So there's going to be this pride. He's also putting himself there like, I am great. I know what I can do. This ones, can they rap? Can they sing? Can they deliver like me? So envy, hatred. He's also a human being. He will also make mistakes. He will insult this person. He will speak in a certain way to the other person. He will also want what he wants. So conflict here and there. Issues here and there. They want him to do what they do. They want him to do things the way they want him to do it. And he doesn't want to be in that. So he's also having conflict about how money is being, money that he expects to be paid to him. At least if you are signed to a record label, there's a certain amount of money that is supposed to come into your pocket. But when you are expecting to be paid and your record label say you want to take money, have you paid for the rent of where you stay, the food, the drinks you guys had? The last time we went to the club, you busted champagne. You drank. Only you. You don't know where that money came from? When I paid the bill for this and that, the other showed. It becomes messy, and you're like, wait, is it better I don't and do any of this? I do nothing when we go out so that I can take my money. And they say it's better you drink. I'm trying to go into the way and manner that Naira Marley will behave. It's better you drink. I'm trying to go into the soul of Naira Marley here. And what could have happened between them? It's better you drink and enjoy yourself. If not, just don't think that you can, be smart here. We are more smarter. All of his talk is to let you know that he wants to rip you. At the end of the day, they had issues. He was tired of everything. He needed out, conflict, fight, problems. He needed to be on his own. Now, he had like 3 months for him to fulfill his contract. He wasn't patient enough. At that time, things were messed up for him too. If he had finished the contract, maybe he would not have that talk there, but he felt like, now, I need to bounce. I need to do my thing. Unfortunately, trying to bounce is still connecting to the people that are connected to the same mania problem. Why? They are not going to support you because Naira Marley is fulfilled. He has money. He has acquired things that you don't have. And don't forget that this world, most of the time, people love you for what you can offer, for what they can get off you. So all of these things played out in that Malian thing, played out there. And on the other side, relationship issue. His girlfriend, Wunmi, will want to associate more with the Malian thing because it makes sense to her. I want is just to open her legs to whoever is available to offer her money. Street girl. That's how the thing is. So sad. So Mohbad's father went on to tell us about how he got to Mohbad's house after he was he was not even called directly. Mohbad's mother was called. How they rigmaroled him, played it here and there. Eventually, he got to know that something is wrong, and he got to Mohbad's house. When he got there, his son had been laid under the staircase. He saw the lawyer, the so-called Mohbad's lawyer, and the question he asked is this: is there anything that you know about my son's land? Because they said there is a land somewhere around this vicinity. Why did he ask? So that they can get a place to bury Mohbad. Because the man is sort of shocked, like, what's going on? He said, I asked Wunmi, what happened to your husband? Wunmi said, take him to Ekiti State. That's where that's where Mohbad is from. Take him to Ekiti State. You have to do traditional autopsy. Take him to Ekiti State. Go and get some rituals done. Take him to Ekiti State. Crying. Like, what does that mean? Does it mean that she's innocent? Like she doesn't know nothing? Like she doesn't know what happened? So she's like, sort of like, go and get something spiritually done on this one. Because this is strange to me. Now, if we are to say Wunmi did not buy Mohbad directly, or she's just shocked, just in shock, like, wow, this is how this thing happened. Or, even people that are caught red-handed, that's how they behave too. They try to prove themselves innocent. Why is DNA a big talk? Why is it a big issue for Wunmi? That's the question. If Wunmi had gotten DNA done like earlier, we will not be saying this at this time. In conclusion, Mohbad's father said he has learned a lot of lessons about this life. He said the worst that can ever happen to you as a person, as a man, is to get it wrong with the woman that you marry. That it is even better for you to be in a desert all by yourself than to be with such a woman, a troublesome woman. And the worst of the kind is for you. In fact, there is a proverb also that one of the worst things that can ever happen to you is to marry a good woman that is from a bad home, meaning bad family, meaning your in-laws are bad people. At the end of the day, they will manipulate that your good wife against you. You will not have peace. Very important lesson. Very important lesson. There are many of us that are experiencing this at this time. Many people are experiencing the same thing. But you think that person will change because you say, hey, he will change. What about the other person? It will change. It will change. It's beating you blue black. You say it will change. Maybe because it doesn't have money. That's why it's beating you. Maybe 1 in 1 trillion will change. Or let us make it better. Let us say 1,000 in 1 trillion will change. Majority don't change. Once you see the red flag, the telltale sign, I'm not saying just take action on nothing, but when you see this life threatening, and look at what has happened to Mohbad, before certain things happen at times, you'll be seeing signs, unless you just choose to be blind to it. Was Mohbad under a spell? I don't know. If it was not under a spell, but he kept going on and on with this relationship and this whatever, well, I'm sure we're all learning lessons from this one. Justice for Mohbad.